Hi, good morning, boys and grills. Welcome to another episode of License to Grill. I'm Barbecue Boy. Today we're going to be smoking some beef short ribs on the barbecue with some homemade Texas barbecue sauce.
Preparation.
First thing you want to do is mix your rub ingredients together. This is salt, pepper, paprika, mustard seeds, cinnamon, chili, oregano, hickory smoke flavour, thyme and paprika oil. Once you've got all your ingredients in a bowl, it's time to rub your meat. So, get your meat out, give it a good covering both sides. Dry at the moment, the oil comes in later. Don't be alarmed. This one's a really nice cut. Lots of density to it. And you have a nice bit of meat, it makes you want to spend more time on it, which is what I'm going to be doing today. It's going to take about 6 hours in total. Not much else going on there, is there? After they're done, you're going to want to leave your ribs bone side down with some foil on top. Don't put it in the fridge, you want to get it to room temperature. Anyway, now we're going to move on to making our barbecue sauce. So I've put some butter in the pan, just warming it up. So there's your ketchup, and about 1 tablespoon of Worcester sauce. I imagine it's about that. 100 grams of brown sugar. How about this for an angle, by the way? I feel like I'm on a tasty video. 100 grams cider vinegar. Couple of cloves of garlic, or just half a teaspoon of this. One teaspoon of paprika. The juice of half an orange, or about that, if you don't have an orange. Stir it up, wait for it to boil a bit, and then it should be good to go. Next, we're just going to soak our wood chips. This is very important because you want to be making a smoker, not a bonfire. And like they say, failure to soak, terrible bloke. And lack of smoke. So, barbecue sauce is done, thickened, and that is as good as just pure condiment could taste, I promise you. Ribs are resting with the rub on, and the chips are soaking, so I think it's time to go out and assemble the barbecue for smoking.
Out to the grill.
Okay, so that took slightly longer than expected because the Weber was in a terrible state and I had a nosebleed, but now it's time to light the barbecue. So we're going to use a chimney to avoid using anything with chemicals in it, because obviously that's going to completely corrupt the wonderful flavours we have in our ribs. So I'll do another video at some point to explain how to use the chimney, but we've got our coals on the top, lots of scrunched up paper in the bottom. I'm just going to light it, and then you leave it here for 20 minutes or so. So the coals are now white hot. Put them on to this side. I don't want many more than that. I probably do need more than that, but I don't want many more because we're not trying to cook the ribs on direct heat. I'm just trying to smoke it. So I've got my drip trays, which I've, after some trial and error, have filled with the wood infused water for some extra smoke and some protection from the for the drippage of the ribs. Right, it's nice and hot. I'm just going to sprinkle some of my wood chips over the top, nice and wet, so they're going to make a lot of smoke. Now it's properly smoking with the wood chips. I'm just going to put the ribs, actually bone down to start with, the opposite side from where the coals are, so they're away from the heat. I'm going to brush them with my oil and vinegar and then leave them there with the lid closed for about half an hour and then checking them again. So it's been half an hour. When the smoke stopped coming out of the barbecue, we'll put some more of the chips in. Put some more coals in already. And I'm just going to give it another brush with the oil. Just make sure it stays nice and moist. Wine, like ribs, takes a long time to make because sometimes the best things in life take patience. So the ribs have been in here for about 3 hours now, smoking up nicely. Throughout that time, every half an hour I've been putting more wood chips in and turning them over, giving them a little basting with the oil and vinegar. And now it's time just to put the barbecue sauce on top. Finish it off. Look at that. And I'm going to give it another hour with the barbecue sauce in. Next time I think I'm going to get a slightly bigger rack of ribs, but this is what Waitrose had, so it's good enough for me. I'll probably give it one more basting in about half an hour. These are going to start to separate really nicely, come away from the bone, be very nice and tender. So I'm going to take them off now, leave them to rest for just a little bit, finish cooking these sausages because one of the ribs didn't have much meat. I think next time I'm going to do it, I'm going to do a big rack that I'm going to order from a butcher's properly. But for now, they smell and look absolutely delicious.